Fellow delegates, we come together as United Nations with a choice to make. We can renew the international system that has enabled so much progress, or we can allow ourselves to be pulled back by an undertow of instability.
Undertow refers to the backwash of a wave of water in the ocean. The water comes onto the shore, and then the water gets pulled down back into the sea. So the undertow is a force of water that goes opposite to the force of the wave. So if you are progressing in some manner, there could be an undertow that is trying to pull you back.
In this context, it means an influence or force or power, right?
This context is referring to a negative force that's coexisting with a positive force. For example, we have the forces of love that are helping to make people cooperate more with each other, but there's an undertow of hate that is causing them to not cooperate with each other as much as they should. During the economic expansion, there were a lot of positive feelings and a lot of confidence in the economy, but there was an undertone of discontent because the positive results were not reaching everybody, and some people were getting very rich while other people weren't progressing at all. When people are trying to kick addictions like drugs or cigarettes or alcohol, they're able to deal with their original addictions quite well, but the undertow of negative feelings that they continue to have threaten to cause them to become addicted again.
There's another word that's close in meaning and also origin is undercurrent, right?
Undercurrent, right? That's a little different. There's also a similar word, undercurrent, which is more neutral, which would be a background feeling, but not necessarily in conflict with the main current. Everybody was very nice with each other at the party, but there was an undercurrent of competition and envy that was easy to see.
If people have these lamps, they're more likely to charge their cell phone, which means they're more likely to use e-commerce.
Yes.
And more likely to purchase things. So I think that there's a synergy here.
Synergy refers to combining different things in such a way that the total energy or value of both of them together is more than the value of them separate. So the idea is that 2 + 2 = 5. And this concept is certainly a very popular one. Marriage, a good marriage, is considered to be an example of synergy because the man and the woman, separately, they may not be able to accomplish much, but when they're together, they can build a family and make much more than they could as individuals. Or with mergers and acquisitions, that will typically be one of the major benefits that people will try to offer. They'll say when we combine both these companies, we can create a much greater company. And then on the other side, if the merger is unsuccessful, they will typically blame it on lack of synergy. They'll say, well, we thought there was synergy there, but it turns out that there wasn't. So anytime 2 or more organizations get together and they're trying to make good use of the abilities of the other organizations or the other people, the results are called synergy, if it's successful. And it's actually there. And the same goes for groups of people. They improve their effectiveness through cooperation. A lot of synergy has developed between these two groups working together on this project. I saw this interview with Elon Musk, and it was great. He talked about how the battery technology that he was developing for the Tesla automobile, he was going to use the synergy to make batteries for spaceships to go to Mars. So it was just real exciting to watch. And I can't wait until he does that and actually goes to Mars himself personally. I'm really looking forward to that. Another good example of synergy was during the Great Depression with the WPA, which was the Work Projects Administration, where a lot of people were out of work, but at the same time, the United States didn't really have very many good roads. So they put a lot of these people back to work by building good roads as an investment in the infrastructure for the future. So that provided good synergy. It gave the people jobs, and it also provided investments to help the United States grow better when things got better. A lot of modern medical devices, they use traditional things like probes and things that get stuck into people's bodies, and then they will oftentimes combine them with computerized technology using cell phones, of all things. So the cell phone is getting turned into a medical device, and to develop these new devices, it's very important to have good synergy between the people working on the biology and the people that are working on the computer programming.